few years ago, when my generation of video game journalists became the most prominent among the profession, a couple of sad trends started to become apparent. One was the lack of coverage for PC games. Most of us grew up with consoles in our house, so it was perhaps natural for them to take center stage in our reporting of the industry. Another was the widespread worship of console video game characters, the most obvious examples being Sonic and Mario. In literary criticism, one often asks himself the question, which character changes during the course of the story? This question is used to define the main protagonists, and by that definition, Sonic and Mario don't even count as protagonists. They are in fact very flat and uninteresting characters. But everybody knows who they are. Everybody has seen a t-shirt, a wallet, or a hat with either their face or name printed on it. But why them? Why not one of the countless characters from PC games, most of whom are much rounder and more relatable? I'm going to take the next couple of minutes to pay tribute to the characters that really affected my childhood. The ones I formed a real emotional bond with. All of them, incidentally, are characters from PC games. First up is Morte from Planescape Torment. Morte is a flying skull who the protagonist, the immortal Nameless One, meets in the very beginning of the game. He essentially follows you around out of guilt for all the deaths he has caused you in the past. He is fucking hilarious. In fact, I love the whole cast of that game. Had the poster up in my room and everything. I was 14 when the game came out, and yes, Anna of the Shadows was the first computer-generated character I ever jacked off to. She is fucking hot, and you just know she likes it dirty. Next up is Joey from Beneath a Steel Sky. Joey is a robot that follows Robert Foster, the main character, around, pointing out the painfully obvious errors of his ways. The most interesting part of Joey as a character is that he is essentially a circuit board. At first you put him in a vacuum cleaner, but during the course of the game you transfer his consciousness into a number of different robots which help you in a number of different ways. Although his voice changes slightly with each of them, his character remains the same. Tanya Adams from Command & Conquer Red Alert. Now, just to make sure that we're on the same page, we're talking about the psychopathic bitch from the original Red Alert, not the oversexed bimbo they turned her into in later iterations. She was just awesome, dual-wielding pistols, mowing down enemies, blowing up buildings and tanks. I loved her and that spy. Yes sir, for king and country. Guybrush Threepwood from the Monkey Island series. Each and every character works wonders in suspending the player in a hilarious world of mystery and intrigue. The race is tight between Guybrush and LeChuck, however, but the clumsy stupidity of Guybrush just makes him so fucking adorable. His childlike idealism and unfaltering devotion to the love of his life, Elaine, fill the player with a strong inclination to help him accomplish his tasks. Too bad they ruined it by making the series 3D. Minsc from Baldur's Gate 2. Our editor-in-chief has Minsc as his forum avatar, and there's a reason for that. The dude is awesome, completely insane, taking commands from his sociopathic hamster, all the while being completely serious about the whole thing. His insanity and his ability to function despite of it make him a deeply interesting character. Max from Sam & Max. Here's another character who is completely insane. His personality and character design juxtapose freaky insanity and adorable cuteness in his appearance. His general appearance is that of a cute, fluffy bunny rabbit, whereas as soon as he smiles, you see the teeth of a raving psychopath. His teeth indicate a lust for blood, and as soon as he opens his mouth, that becomes painfully obvious. Most of what he says, articulate though he may be, is an indicator of his violent nature. I don't think I would be brave enough to try and pet him. These are just a few of the characters I believe deserve at least as much attention as the ultimately shallow Sonic and Mario, if not more. There are undoubtedly numerous characters I am simply not familiar enough with to comment on. Some I have intentionally left out as I've heard them referenced or seen their liking printed on a t-shirt. My point is this: Sonic, Mario, and the vast majority of these old platform characters constantly being referenced and glorified in popular culture are vastly, outrageously overrated. Ra-ho-ho. Ba-ba-ba-bo. No, 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 no. Rec mode, mic sense, dictation, rec mode, stereo XQ, low-cut filter on, and SVA off.